heading back into Michigan.
You've never heard that before.
All you guys know, one of our favorite places on the circuit is Mega Replay. And if that wasn't enough, they have a location we've never been to. I mean, it's about an hour away from us. It's definitely well past time for us to check it out.
I've got good feelings about this trip. It's going to be an awesome weekend. There's a 4th member, honorary member, all the way from Korea with this trip.
I'm Brian. How are you?
All the way from Korea.
Yeah, not from around here anymore, so looking forward to some game hunting.
What kind of game hunting you get to do in Korea?
Next to none. They really don't like retro gaming very much, so I'm kind of excluded from the rest of the population.
I'm glad that we're bringing Durant along with us. You know, he's a retro-deprived guy. About 99% of the year in Korea, he can't get his hands on any of this stuff. But because he's with the Cartridge Crusaders now, it's going to be different. This disc replay place is a newer store. It's the first time we've all been here, and I like what I see.
Oh man, I wanted to get that Metal Warriors, but it was a little bit out of my price range. But I'm not complaining because I found a super awesome Sega Genesis game. Oh, I'm getting a game, yeah.
What one?
Rolling Thunder 2.
Where's that at?
It's only $10. Does that seem good?
That's a good price.
I remember playing it on MAME on my arcade emulator and thinking it was a pretty sweet game. So Rolling Thunder 2 for $10. CIB. One of those games where it just looks like somebody bought it back in the 90s and stuck it in a drawer and just never came back to it. So happy to have this one in the collection.
Some great Sega Master System deals. Wonder Boy 3, Psycho Fox, Castle of Illusion. The thing is, I just already own them all.
I didn't pick up anything amazing there. In fact, I picked up crap. This horrible ass shooting range game, I'm starting to see people try and sell it for like $10 plus. Tetris 2, amazing. Best game on the system by far. Clash Ball, again, if you've never played it, you don't know what you're missing. This is just one that I picked up for one of our local guys in town. Really hooked me up and a nice guy, so I told him I'd keep a lookout for Dreamcast stuff.
So I did okay. First stop here, picked up Greatest. I'm a big Shooters fan, so Greatest 3. And then big fan of the Bible. So I went with Bible Adventures. Really stoked to combine my affinity for the Bible and Nintendo at the same time. So, yeah, that'll be an adventure in itself.
I'm trying to collect as many Dreamcast games out there as I can, and this one right here is for my inner anarchist. Then they had Batman Complete for the Sega Genesis. It's different than the NES game, but it's a pretty awesome game. This is a shmup, and I don't have it yet. Too bad the manual's not there, but I think it's going to be pretty awesome. First time ever out on a hunt where we had a fan recognition.
I found some really good deals here. Like actually, last week someone got a Rule of Rose for $17.
Is that a PS2 game, right?
Yeah, it's like $100.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude. He gave us some tips about where he goes in the area.
We were driving down the road and saw like this big open flea market thing set up, so we had to stop.
We scoured this entire flea market, and the only thing video gaming related we could come up with was a $50 PS1. Ugh. We also ended up checking out a random Salvation Army in the area. Didn't find anything there either. I think we're starting to get a little antsy to get our hands on some games again.
I wouldn't exactly say we're striking gold, so we do try to mix things up a little bit, and we begin to venture into the heart of Detroit.
course, we had to hit up, you know, a stop that I go to anytime I'm near Camp Michigan, and that would be Gamers Avenue. Usually I can find something in there. I think this was one of the rare occasions I didn't, but the selection that they have, I think our good friend from Korea, Brian, was in awe at the selection.
That's the one you're going for.
Yeah. Sarah's gonna love it, man.
What, your wife likes to play puzzle games?
Yes. I married a puzzle maniac. We're gonna rock this tonight. Also, Star Trek Next Gen. Rival Turf.
What's the deal with Rival 2?
It's a beat 'em up. A couple of badasses on there. Simultaneous 2-player action. Look forward to that.
We also checked out a store in the area called Gameplay.
Beautiful Dreamcast games. Symphony of the Night.
What?
I'm gonna get this.
What is it?
Virtuon.
We're looking around here for a little bit, and I end up seeing this bundle. It's Lethal Enforcers for Sega Genesis with both light guns, the blue and the pink. Dash, I bet you haven't seen one of these in a long time.
Nope, but I have one. Even the pink one.
It's kind of cool.
I'm
That's
talking
actually-
specifically about the pink one.
Yeah, well, we have one. You had to mail away to get it.
Right.
That's worth it. I have to say, I had huge hopes for this trip, and I just was in a funk the whole time. I didn't really find anything amazing. It was just kind of like blah. I walked away with disappointment.
At the end of this trip, I could probably say I have not yet really had my fill of retro games. So I'm doing some looking around on Craigslist. Craigslist is such a dog-eat-dog world, man. You gotta hop on stuff as soon as you see it, as soon as it comes out. But I did see a Super Nintendo listing on there, and I saw that it was up there for 3 hours, so I knew the prospects were low. But whatever, I gave him a call. Turns out it's still available, and we were able to come to terms.
Apparently nobody was looking at Craigslist, or nobody was wanting to buy good SNES stuff yesterday.
That's right, it never hurts to follow through. You know, this isn't like garage sale prices on this stuff. I'm shilling out $100, but you guys are gonna like what you see. You know, it's well worth it.
The quality is very high in this lot.
Yeah, the lady on the phone sounded like she was pretty nice. I don't think we're gonna run into any sketchy mofos. And they're moving out, they're cleaning out their house, so they're looking to unload on like the stuff they don't want to take with them. We get to the location and I gotta walk inside. That can be a little bit strange in Craigslist deals, like going into somebody's house, but friends don't let friends do Craigslist alone. That is the code of the Cartridge Crusader. Okay.
All right, Scott, he's going in.
Let's do this.
I'm waiting in this car for Scott to come back out of this place, and Scott did not leave the car running with the air conditioner. He did not even crack the window for me. What the? If Scotty's not out of here in 5 minutes, or I hear screams of terror, or I hear someone say, "Boy, you got a pretty mouth," I'm ditching his ass.
Did I ever feel like a badass walking out to the car with 3 plastic bags full of games? Alright guys, there's some extra stuff here.
Oh yes, that's
we knew
what we
about
like to hear.
this. We knew about this. But there's more Nintendo.
Oh crap.
Yeah, that's about 20 NES games right there.
We're just starting to like get into this, and I'm like getting over the excitement, and the guy comes back out and he's like, but wait, there's more.
Yeah. Are you interested in looking at that at all? Or?
I'll check it out.
What you got?
Listed too, so that's moving up.
Okay. Wait, Dash, do you like 64?
I'll go in and look at it, I guess.
All right, my friend will come in also and look. Thank goodness I had the foresight to bring the extra cash because Lady Luck is on our side again. All right, so we can't believe how much stuff we just got. I went there thinking I was gonna get this awesome Super Nintendo lot, but then it became so much more. So now I'm just gonna go through it and show you what we picked up and what we originally intended, like what I thought I was gonna be getting. The SNES Junior. And they must have upgraded at some point because they do have a crusty old yellowed Super Nintendo. And it has a good amount of games. Starting out with SimCity 2000, NCAA Basketball, Killer Instinct, Arkanoid, Do It Again, Homer Simpson endorsed, Arrow the Acrobat, Mystic Quest, Sim Earth, Raid and Tread. That's Clue, you can't see it, but Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Super Troll Islands, NBA Live 97. The crown jewels of the lot would be Super Castlevania 4 and A Link to the Past, which if you remember, Desh has a history with this game.
Suck my on A Link to the Past. Guess what? I'm gonna shit on your face if I find A Link to the Past in here for $1.99.
Right after we sealed the deal with the Super Nintendo stuff, I knew they were moving, and I saw some other ads on Craigslist that they listed. They had a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2, with some games I wasn't interested in. But anyways, I asked them, so is there anything else you're trying to sell and get rid of? What can I do to lighten your load when you're trying to move? And they had a Game Boy Advance with a couple games. I wasn't really interested in that. But then they're like, oh, well, we have some old Nintendo games. Like, would you be interested in those? And I'm like, sure, pull them out. Let me take a look. So as an added bonus, we got to do this deal. I'm more excited about the NES games than anything else. It has Mega Man 4, which is my favorite of the classic series, and I do not own it up to this point. There is just a lot of solid platforming goodness. Super Mario Brothers, Ninja Gaiden, Kid Icarus, Mega Man.
Yes, Scotty did good. What did you pay for all these games, Scott?
You know what? This came out to $1 a piece. Originally, the guy said $15 for everything, and I was like all for it. His wife stopped him and said, you know what, that sounds kind of cheap. And he said, well, that's what they were offering me at the pawn shop. And I'm like, would $20 do it? And they took it.
Scott, not knowing the value of N64 stuff, which I'll admit I'm a little fuzzy on as well, worked out in my favor to some respect. He was a little iffy on this lot, but I know it's worth it. You be the judge. So we got an N64 console, complete with expansion. We've got 2 controllers with very minty good thumbsticks. 3 third-party memory cards. I think these had like triple or quadruple the capacity of the Nintendo ones. Some crap. Madden 64 sucks. Madden 2000 sucks. Episode 1 Racer. I actually like this game, but it's not worth anything. Then we have Harvest Moon 64. Love the Harvest Moon series. I really got into it on Game Boy Color, and you know, that's one that's kind of been going up in price, and you know, I've just kind of been waiting for the right deal, and today was the day. And we also have Ocarina of Time. And so for $60, I was not gonna let that one slide. We are coming home with this stuff. Thank God Scott found that Craigslist ad, because that really salvaged the weekend.
Here's the visual evidence This is my wallet. There's nothing in there. You know what? I got some Korean won, and if need be, I would have thrown out Korean won in their face to buy that stuff. As great as this Craigslist deal was, I do already have some of this stuff, so I am able to share the wealth and share the spoils of victory. I can work out some trades with my good buddies here.
The mini. All right.
For your small accommodations in Korea.
Yeah, very, very Korean size. I'll sit on the floor and I'll play this. And it'll be cute. And just like everything else in Korea. Great. Okay. So let's work out a deal, man. Yeah?
Alright, we're gonna get down to business, and as you can see,
we got some trading to do.
we got like some of this stuff. It's trying to like ease the tension.
Basically, you ease the tension and try and get Durant drunk and then take all his goods. Scott, we might as well complete our trade. So, this was in the Craigslist lot, Super Castlevania 4. It's a little beat up, I don't care, it's just a game that I want really bad. So, I am trading this from Scott. I am trading him Super Turrican on the Super Nintendo. Link to the Past for GBA. It's just the box and instructions, but Scott has a loose one. And I am also receiving a Dreamcast extension because Sega was retarded enough to make the cord come out of the bottom of the controller. Why?
In addition, I gave him an extra Super Nintendo controller.
It ended up being a good deal on my end, I think.
Yeah, there were no losers in this deal. Here, let's cheers to that.
Okay. To not being losers. Yeah,
Cameraman's laughing at
except we're making a video game show on YouTube, so that kind of makes us losers.
Why don't we take a look at Durant's stuff to unload?
Let's look at Durant's stuff. Why don't you put the stuff that you don't care about and you're ready to
I've essentially got like a tub of like extra systems and stuff, because I'll have an extra SNES that I want. On top of that, I got extra Genesis. Why don't we take a look at it and then we can make some deals. That's what I want to do. Been collecting for maybe 10-15 years, you know, on and off. But,
look at these. Look at these. Earthbound, Drac X, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana.
did okay. Used to do a lot of trading and picking them up.
Yeah, where did you get these?
There was a period after high school where people were selling off their shit for PlayStation, and I was still into this, so I got a lot of this stuff like in bulk. Pretty much, people, you know, kind of selling off for like $20-$40. I think I got Chrono Trigger for $20. I got half this plus the system for like $40 off a guy. I bought Castlevania 4, like brand new, maybe 10-12 years ago, for like $10 at Toys R Us. And I got it complete in the box. Great title. Thank you, Toys R Us.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is like the Sega stuff I'm totally down with, like just getting rid of or whatever.
And I am more than happy to take it off your hands.
Don't take too much,
really
Scott, because
excited.
I have my eyes on some of that stuff. Scott, don't you have your eyes on like something like this?
Yep. Actually, both of these two, I personally told him set those aside. I'm looking at those.
So what you're saying is it's a good thing that I already have Phantasy Star 4.
Probably.
Otherwise, there would be fisticuffs.
I think they used to sell this at Toys R Us for like $100. I kid you not. Like they were charging a premium for this game.
Just because it was good.
What is it? The Mega cartridge? So
Right. I mean,
16
like
megas.
how many megs does this have? 24 megs. Actually, I mean, this is cool. It's a more rare Sega title. I wanted to get the manual off him. This one actually didn't have it.
And it was an X rental, eh?
Yeah, that's a family video pickup.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
a while back.
You're in Korea.
PC
Find me some PC Engine
PC
shit.
Engine? Dude, I can't even find Nintendo.
Yeah.
Let alone.
The day that you find me a Comboy is the day that I would let you have your way with me.
Okay, I'm just standing right here. It's okay.
It's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a guy thing, you know. It's all right.
That's
It doesn't.
just like-
It doesn't count.
This is the original Durant family Master System box. Originally $89 at Anderson's. Not gonna part with that. I had to dig that out of the family attic a while back, but
How could you ever get rid of that?
I'm not getting rid of this shit. Game Boy Advance was a big part of my high school education.
Oh, look,
there.
you and Scott are twins.
Four Swords plays its hand again. Terrific adaptation of the original NES RPG. That's kind of an update on Game Boy Color. Actually, the only Game Boy Color game I think I even have. This is like
Oh,
this is like,
shit.
Whoa.
I keep some of the boxes in here to just keep them nice and crispy. Castlevania 4, and I think there's some manuals in here.
Is that like an extra Oracle booklet?
And Crown Trigger manual. A couple of things. No, those are they're just all separate. It's not really that organized. You'd think I'd be more organized about this shit. But, Super Metroid, Final Fantasy 3. Hey, Final Fantasy 7.
There's extra drawers in here.
And then Chrono Trigger Strategy Guide. Holler. That's good stuff.
Super Metroid.
I'm really not up for trade on most of that.
Back off, fellas.
So the deal is essentially done. Scotty Too Hotty here and I were discussing. I really wanted the Super Mini here, so things went down. Scored a Super Mario All-Star, Super R-Type, a little bit of cash, Streets of Rage 2 for these complete titles here. I think Scott's pretty thrilled with his pickups here.
You know, it's a very impressive array of titles right here. You know, you can't really say enough
Plus
about
the
this.
I think the highlight's probably the Sega adapter.
Yeah, these are as rare as they get, especially with the speckled tan paint on the.
Yes, the paint
on the
overspray
exterior
adds value.
there. Get a good look at that.
It adds value.
You know what? There's one thing left to say. It's time to just make it rain, baby.
Yes.
Make it rain.
Yeah, dollar bill, y'all. Yeah.
This is some hardcore dealing. Should I call the cops?
Yeah,
I already
I think
did.
you better get Scotty in the paddy wagon.
Because I love the D.